Hello folks, welcome back. Thanks for checking out my videos here on my YouTube channel. This is your host IG Jester, and we are playing Marvel Heroes again. And once again, we have completed another hero here as he is about ready to go up to level 60. Once again, another hero up to level 60. We've got quite a few things going on with this guy. You can see all his little buddies hanging out with him, having a good time. They're having a little tea party. And haven't really min-maxed this guy. As you can see, we've got quite a few items we've picked up recently. I've been going through and just double checking the different items to see what we got. But we've got some really cool things to show you guys about Doctor Strange here. First things first, we got the Storm Giant Magi U-Forged item, which is huge. We actually ended up having two of the very rare relics that we had to put in for this, but gives us some spirit, some power duration, and a 4% chance when we hit to grow to the size of a storm giant and gain +4 ranks to all powers. And it's got a minute cooldown, but it also gives us 400 damage rating on our mental attacks. We are really got some interesting things. I'm going to go ahead and turn these guys off so we can kind of show you what we have. Well, so we have a basic attack. Here's our powers, by the way. And so we got this basic attack, which kind of links up with our... Oh, which one is it? This guy's here, the Astral Projections, which is what you just saw there a minute ago. And the Astral Projections will actually use some of our powers. One of the powers it uses is actually the bolts of Bathka, whatever it is. Anyways, and then we've unlocked the Astral Legion, so we can actually have additional summoned projections of ourselves. We can have up to a maximum of 4 there, counting the one we get from the astral projection. And you can see that when you put points into this, they all do extra damage as well. And so you can see we're up to, each projection is dealing an additional 19.5 damage per extra image. So they don't do a lot of damage by themselves, but if we get a lot of images out, we can do quite a bit of damage. And we're going to show you guys that here in a little bit. And I really like how this is turning out. I didn't really min-max our points at this point. I got a lot of points and other things that we don't really use, and I'll probably have to use a reset to reset our points. But this is kind of our playing through just to figure out what we want to do, what we like, what we don't like with this guy. And of course his signature power is the All-Seeing Eye, which does extra damage, 60 to 90,000 extra per shot. So kind of what we do is we store up our mana, and for this it's all about the mana generation. If we can get a lot of mana, 574, not bad. I actually had to trade out this item to put in this item a little bit ago, so we lost 41 spirit there. I keep calling it mana, but I guess it's spirit. If we could find another big spirit generator, that would be really nice. I'd like to get quite a few extra points in there, because when you run these guys, the spirit goes down pretty quickly, 2.6. Now, to compensate for that, we got a few things going on. We have, I believe it's this passive right here. Yes, this passive here is the Dream Walking, which gives us a spirit cost reduction to our powers, which is obviously good. And we also have something else. Oh, it's an artifact. One of our artifacts will actually give us this one here. We're going to gain 3.9 spirit when we hit an enemy. And not only that, but in our Omega system, we actually put points into, oops, go back one. This one right here, the high capacity magazine, so recover 10 spirit when we hit with the basic power. So basically, when we summon all of our guys, and we're getting drained of our mana really quickly, we have got to be hitting something. And we basically hit them with our basic attack. And you can see it only does 16 to 24, but then we got to take an add-on to that. Each of our guys is doing another 13 to 2,000. Plus each one of these guys are going to be doing an extra 20% of that per extra image. So if there's 4 extra images, that would be 20 times 4 would be an extra 80% on top of this. So each one of these guys is doing between, I would say, 4 to 6,000 extra, plus what we're doing, and there's 5 of them, so 4 to 6,000 times 4 images is an extra 20 to 40,000, plus our original 16 to 24,000. So I think we're doing, just with our basic attack, with all our images spawned, probably between 50 and 60,000 per attack, and we got a pretty good rate on that as well, which is 2.4 attack speed. So let's see how it all works out now, shall we? And to compensate for this, and to get everything, to get where we needed to get it, we've had to make some sacrifices on the way. You can tell our defenses isn't very good. You can see when we're just doing one little bolt, it doesn't do anything great or anything, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate and get some extra images out there. Alright. And then activate our all-seeing eye. And then you will see the beams coming in. There they go. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're on. Now we're on them. Now we're on them. And now we got to level 62. And you can just see we are just tearing them apart. Now on top of that, we're going to throw down a couple of our other powers here occasionally. You see we're just bombing them pretty good. And then if we have enough spirit left over, which we do at this point, it's hard to really see with all these extra guys. We'll have to really show you this again when there's not all these big guys around. But you can see our spirits staying up pretty high right now. But we're going to start using one of our other powers. And that'll get us some extra. Oh, we got another unique. Pick that up. Alright, yeah, we got a nice bonus there. Alright, so let's go somewhere where there's not a bazillion guys and see if we can show you this again here. So we'll turn off our projections when we're not using it. So this way you'll see our spirit will regen really quickly. We do have another artifact that will actually summon, what do you call those guys? The mindless ones. Yeah, it's actually this one here as well. We can have up to 3 of these guys. Plus we have Mr. Sinister Medallion, so we can get some of these summoned guys. So lots of really cool things going on. Now, what was our artifact we picked up? Oh, we could use this. Oops. Do this properly. Alright, good. What was our... Oh, right there it is, because it's not with the other ones. Yeah, it's only level 55. We need to go to a level 60 area so we can start picking up our level 60 items. So being a teleporter, obviously we can get around the map a little easier, so that's cool. We're going to go to level 60 so we can pick up level 60 items. Alright, so again, what we're trying to do here is really maximize and keep all of our guys just attacking all the time. If we can find a nice tough guy, that would help. Alright, so turn them on. We'll just activate a couple of them in the beginning. You can see we only got about 3 of them going. And then what I'm going to do then is drop down this Flames of the Faltair, which is a little area effect. And good thing with that is it does some damage. But the other good thing with this is, we'll show you here in just a second when we're done taking these guys out. You can see we are doing some massive damage with our basic attack, just ripping people apart. That's really good. The other thing with this is when we drop this power down is an incantation. We actually get, with this Fangs of Farala, it does a little bit more damage than just our basic attack. It takes a little bit of spirit, obviously. This is another one of the powers that will be used by our projections, and it does a lot more damage. So we have to have lots of spirit to do it, but the good thing about this is it does extra 20% damage for 6 seconds after using an incantation. So what we'll do is we'll use our Fangs of Faralan. Oops, this one here, the Flames of Faltin, which is an incantation. We'll also throw down our Seal of the Visanti, which is an incantation, and for 6 seconds afterwards, our Fangs will actually get extra power. So those look like these little pink things that shoot out, just so you guys can kind of see. In our basic attacks, just like these little bolts that shoot out. I might as well pick this up while we're there. Hello, pick it up. There you go. Alright, so we got a couple bosses. Who is it? It is the same two. We'll never get to see it, so I'm not going to bother. So again, to turn off our projections when we're not using them, right now we're not going to use them. And then I'll activate them. Then I'll throw down this Flames of Faltin, which is a nice little aura effect. Does some pretty good damage. And once I throw this down, then I'll activate our Fangs, which will do extra damage. So we'll go ahead and show you how that works all out. And you can see we're just tearing things up pretty good here. Now we throw on top of that, we throw our little all-seeing eye on top of our head. You see that little, and it's doing an extra 60 to 90,000 per one of our attacks as well. And woo, we took a little bit of damage there. And you can actually see that with all our projections out there, just by doing the basic attack, you can see that we're actually gaining spirit slightly, as long as we're attacking and we don't have to stop attacking. So if we're fighting like a really huge boss at the end, we could just really tear them up if it has lots and lots of damage, because then we can just continuously use our attack. So I really like how this turned out. So we'll activate a few of these, we'll activate this, and I can keep 2 or 3 of these guys pretty much going all the time. You will see with just 2 or 3 of the astral projections out, we are actually, when we hit with the basic attack, we definitely gain spirit. This guy will be a nice tough guy to show you. Throw in one of those things. And there we go. Took that group out pretty easily without much problems. Nice little crossfire going on here, and that's only with a couple of them out. We can actually get quite a few of these guys more out, which we will do. We'll get it maxed out, activate our eye, and we'll just show you what we can do now. You can see that really these little monsters, little enemies, just they don't stand much of a chance. Of course, I have to monitor my spirit pretty regularly and make sure we're not. We'll pick up a car. What the hell are you doing with the car, dude? So they're all bunched together. We'll throw out that. We'll get some projections going, and then we'll just start tearing them apart. Throw another one of these guys, then we'll use our little fangs. You see them flying in there. They do a little bit more damage. Alright. Throw some basic attacks in there as well. And lovely. Boom, 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 boom. Activate our all-seeing eye again, and won't be long, these guys will all be dead.
My apologies. By the tears of Ashur.
You can see we just crossfire everything, just turn them off, get some more spirit as we move around. Here comes a thing that won't last but a few seconds here. Just a couple, just boom, basic attacks. Take them out pretty quickly.
That is beyond me.
Yes, I know. I know it is. Okay, so yeah, that's that's pretty much what we got going on. So we got a really good U-Forged. I don't know if you noticed, but a couple of times during there, our figure turned about double the normal size, and when that happens, we get plus 4 ranks to all of our powers. So that's a nice little bonus we get thrown on there. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, some of the things is our health regen right now is only 4,602, which is horrible health regen. So not very good, but we've got a few things we can do now. We've been storing up some items here. One of the items we actually have here is gain 400 health when you hit an enemy. We also have some extra health regen on this one, and that's trash. We don't need that one, and we don't like that one. Our defense is really kind of low, but our stats for our what is it called? Mental damage is at 2734. So it's kind of respectable, thing as though we haven't really done much. We've got a 51, a 55, 56, 57, and 59. So these are all kind of lowish 50s. Most of the items we've actually come across. Let's see if we can actually pick up a level 60 or something. Oh, here we go. There's level 60. That'll save us some upgrading costs, which is just what I'm looking for. It would give us an extra 2 ranks in ancient training. We would lose a little bit of defensive rating. But 20% cost reduction in movement powers is huge. The best I've seen since that is 18. So we'll go ahead and replace that. That sounds like a good option. Let's continue and see if we can get any other level 60s. Save us the upgrade cost would be awesome. And like I mentioned, there's a few other things I've got to do with this guy. I think it was the book that just appeared. Yeah, it's a level 60 as well. Our damage rating actually goes down, our total damage rating, but of course we get a bonus for the mental attacks. The critical damage goes up, and it gives us only... Yeah, I'm not going to replace that with this item. The 6 ranks is really good. It's the only one I've seen so far with 6 ranks. You see all the other ones here. We've got several books here. 5 ranks, a 3 ranks, and a 5 ranks. Unfortunately, it only has 1 to the seal of the Vishanti. But, and I hate to spend an upgrade cost just to get it to go up 1 level, because it's 600,000 gold just to go up 1 level. But I hate to lose all that damage rating. Well, let's keep moving on. Oh, let's keep moving on and see if we can find us another unique level 60-ish. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And maybe 1 more. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, well, let's sell all of our junky items, and then we'll go out there and for the next boss fight here, which should be coming up shortly. And let's see if we can get a chest that might give us something good. So this here is actually... You lose movement speed and attack speed, but man, look at that defense is just through the roof. 3,500 defense, and then also 2,700 in physical. Plus you get 2 on durability, which is pretty good. But I don't want to lose all my other stuff, so we'll just see if we got a couple spots here. I've been cleaning out some of my inventory for that. So... yeah. I think we'll get rid of that, get rid of this. Put this over here, put this over here. So 55, 56, 56, 55, you can see all pretty much recently gotten a lot of these items. Seems to be the way it goes, but one of the things I do want to do is upgrade our core. with this, so we gain 400 every time we hit somebody, and you can see we're hitting them. We hit them hard. We hit them often too, so that should get us a lot of health regen the hard way, I guess. Plus we gain some strength and some durability. So put that back in there. Alright. So got that upgraded. I'm hoping that 400 health whenever we hit an enemy can compensate for our lack of health regen right now, which is very barely minimum. We do have health regen here. I think that's the only item that's giving us health regen. Oh, I think, did they just kill the enemies? I think they just did. Alright, well, we'll have to wait for the next group. That's alright. We can continue showing you what's going on with him. We've only had one other eye. Obviously, they're about the same-ish. But the one that I have currently slotted in is giving us extra spirit and extra rank in the all-seeing eye, and actually has better defensive rating even though it's lower level. So I'm thinking of upgrading this eye of Agamotto that we currently have, because when we upgrade it, it's going to even be that much better, hopefully. And yeah, that's pretty much all the items that we got. So let's get rid of some of this other stuff here. We don't need this. We don't need this. So this used to be his U-Forged item, which is pretty good. 30 spirit and some power duration and power cost reduction. But the upgrade was really good, really good. That extra 400 is just huge for us. And like I mentioned, our mental damage rating is 3407, but we could be getting a boost from somebody that popped in here. Let's move out here and see. Yeah, 29. Yeah, 29, and we're getting no buffs. So there we go. So interesting enough, if you've been following along here, I've been working on getting some of our heroes. You can see we've up to 298 Odin marks. I was originally going to be spending these Odin marks to bless some items for some of the heroes, but I'm wondering if now I might just get this guy legendary. I think I like this guy enough that I would probably get him legendary. But alright, so let's bring in our projections. We'll just bring in 2 in the beginning here just to get things rolling. And alright, so let's bring in the rest of our projections here. We'll go ahead and activate our, and then we'll bring in the all-seeing eye, and we'll just show you what we can do here. Just tearing people up. Now we gotta find more, or else our spirit's gonna run out. Alright, see how long this guy lasts here with this. So yeah, we got quite a few guys attacking for us. That's always a good thing. We're keeping up our spirit here, because what I like to do is have that spirit as high as possible for the times that we're going to go ahead and activate our, what are these things, the fangs, because these fangs do a lot of damage, but man, they go through the spirit really quickly. So alright, so we got some good bosses. Should be able to check out what we got going on now, and with these bosses, here we go. Alright, come on. Alright, so now we're big. You can see how big we are. Almost as big as Juggernaut right now, maybe even a little bigger. We're getting and now what we'll do is we'll use our this for a little bit to get some extra damage done. Okay, move on to the next hero over here. Let's do some basic attacks here and see if we can keep that spirit going up. Like what we'll do is just turn them off for a second and regen some spirit for a second. Shouldn't be too much longer. We'll get these guys back up. Alright. Back out. Just like that. Boom. Got 3 of them going. 4 of them going. And now, you can watch their... Oh, we're big again, so that's always good. And now we'll throw in thing on the ground there, do some extra damage. There's a unique, level 60, that's good. Pick up all our treasures. And see if there's something we might have picked up for us that might be really, really good. It looks like we picked up this thing here, level 60. Defensive rating's better, health is better, dodge rating lower, tenacity lower, durability is the same, power radius is a little bit better, health regen lower, 4% chance, which is better, in 6 ranks. Ooh, yeah, I think we gotta replace that. It's probably slightly better, although we are losing some more of our health regen, which is never a good thing. Alright, let's see if we can find us an item or two that might be helpful. And then we'll check out what special card we got. Nope, nothing in any of those crates, but we got to turn off our projections. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got us a new core. So it gives us some health regen, some strength, fighting. Strength, durability. The question is, are we going to get 4,000? We'd have to hit 10 enemies in a minute, which I think we can do. I'm just not sure the 400 gain, if that's a slow... I'm not sure about that, but and of course we got us a few little other items. Alright, well that's a look at Doctor Strange here at level 60, and yeah, there's basically 2 different kinds of builds. You can spend your time building a astral projection, summon guys with their powers, or you can do, he's got a lot of area effects. You can see here, area effect there, area effect here. This one's an area of effect. You can basically just spam these out all over the place, different area effects, so anybody in your area is going to be taking lots of damage. And of course then you can work on getting all your passives maxed out. He's got quite a few passive powers as well here. He's got this one here. He's got this one here. He's got this one here. And can't remember if there's any others or not. But pretty interesting the way he turned out. I'd like to get him a nice legendary item. We can start working on getting the legendary item maxed out, so we can start getting him some blessings. It's just, or do we spend the 300? We could spend basically the 300 and we can upgrade. Who do we have ready to go? I think we have X23 is ready to go. She's got her legendary maxed out. She's just waiting on blessings to go. And all of her equipment's pretty much maxed out. The other one we were working on was Nova, who's not quite maxed his legendary out yet. And of course, you know, the other option was some of these other heroes like Iron Man. I like playing Iron Man. I like playing who else do we like? I really like Black Widow for some reason. I think her powers are pretty cool. We could work on trying to get her maxed out. Oh man, it's just a tough decision because once you spend 300 to buy a legendary item, it's a long ways to get back up to 300. if I spend the 300 on blessings, it'll take me forever. Fortunately, when we were playing Doctor Strange about an hour or two ago, we found a one of those special chests, and it had 100 Odin marks in it. So yeah, so it bumped us up from like 180 something to 280 something. So then it was just a matter of, wow, we're so close, 300. It's easier just to buy the relic or the legendary item. Well, anyways, folks, I guess we'll decide, but we've got just a few characters left to play. You can see everybody's maxed out except for Rogue, Luke Cage, and of course Deadpool. And is that it? Is that it? Is that really it? Rogue, Luke Cage, Deadpool. I think, oh, and Venom, the other Venom, yes. So 4 characters to go, and everybody will be maxed out. They got to stop releasing them so we can catch up on them. Alright, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time here in Marvel Heroes as we decide what we're going to do